Hi, this is Lisa Michelle, and I like creating content for new and aspiring entrepreneurs who are starting their first business or who are trying to just make their first sale online. And today I want to talk to anyone who is just starting an Etsy shop, or maybe you've had an Etsy shop for a while, but you're just not getting traffic and you're not making sales. So I want to give you 7 tips that'll help you get your first sale or get more sales. And I want to do kind of a case study because I'm going to use one particular shop that seems to be doing everything right. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is show you the shop that I'm talking about. And I just put in planners. That was it. And out of 1.3 million results, this one shop, and there are a lot of shops that came up that were really nice, but there was one in particular, and it was this one that had a lot of reviews. So I figured I would go ahead and just take a look at it. And all right, so one of the first things you've got to do is make sure that your title and tags are done properly. So for your title, you see they've done custom 2023 planner, personalized planner 2023, weekly planner, all the things that people would possibly put in the search bar if they're looking for this type of planner. And you want to make sure you do the same thing. So if she had just, or he had just left this, as 2023 planner, chances are they would not be found on the first page and they wouldn't have as many sales as they've had. So you want to make sure that your title, no matter what you're selling, describes it using words that people are actually putting in the search bar. And if you're not sure what people are putting in the search bar, one good way to check is just to start typing, right? So if you put in custom 23 planner, that's a good indication that someone has searched for that or someone's looking for that. If nothing populates there, then, you may want to still include it, but definitely add additional keywords that are there. Okay. So that's the first thing. And we're going to look at the tags in a minute, but you want to use these terms or a variation of these terms also in your tags so that they're consistent. So I'm going to look in Sales Samurai to see what tags the seller has actually used. So I'm going to copy this URL, go to Sales Samurai, and just paste it in here. And just let's take a look and see. Now, Sales Samurai is a good tool that I use if I'm just trying to get an idea of some good keywords for product listings. But, you can't guarantee that everything in here is going to be, 100% accurate all the time. All right. So let's see. Let me see. Did I copy it wrong? Hold on one sec. Copy. Then we'll oops. Oh, single listing. I was in the wrong thing. I was in the keywords. All right. So I could paste it here and then search. And then the listing comes up here. So it shows how many views the product has gotten, how many monthly views it gets, the shop. Let me see, what shop has been around for how long? I'm not sure how long the shop. All right, okay. So anyway, let's move on. I can click here to open up the description, but you see here the title, and then we scroll down, and then we can see the tags. So these are supposed to be the tags that are used for this particular listing. And you'll see this 2023 planner, daily planner, agenda, student planner. So some of the custom planner, personalized planner, some of the terms that are included in the title, and then also other variations that people would be searching for. And in this column, you can see what the search volume is for all of these terms. So all of these are getting some type of search volume, which is good. All right. So for your listing, you want to make sure you do the same thing. Use good title, good keywords in your title, and then use similar and some of the same keywords as tags. All right, so that's the first thing you want to do. The second is you want to make sure that your images are correct. Look at the images that they're using. They're clean, they look professional. They've used up, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 spaces out of the 10. So you want to do as many as possible. And I know for some products it may seem difficult to get 10 images for that, but you can get an idea. They just have different pictures. One is the cover with the interior, one is just the interior, two are just the interior. A close-up of, I guess, maybe the packaging that it comes in, the tabs, the tabs all together on a sheet, I guess, showing you how you maybe have to cut them out when you get them, and a picture with someone holding the book. So you can use mock-ups. If you, I think placeit.net, I'm not sure if they have a free plan or not, but if you use a site like that, you can, add your image and it looks like the product is actually being used in real life. And it just makes the product pop and it looks more professional. So if you have access to some type of website or some type of mock-up tool, I would definitely consider doing that for your products. So make sure that your images, that you're using all 10 spaces if you can, as many as possible, and that the pictures look clear. They're not blurry. It's not, too dark, that they look really, they're eye-catching. All right, so the third thing is you want to make sure you do product research. So clearly, this is something that is popular. So just putting in planners, all these came up. And I realized, okay, these have a lot of reviews. I don't know how many sales they've gotten, but they've got a lot of reviews. But this one here is the one that struck me because it had so many reviews. And I realized that was the first one that came up for a custom personalized planner. So it stood out. So I don't know whether they did their research to find out, okay, there really aren't many, customizable, wire-bound, craft softcover planners. But whatever they did, it worked because it came up on this first page. And that was the first one that I saw that was custom and personalized. So regardless of what item you're selling, you want to make sure that it's something that people actually want. So maybe list a few and you'll see how it goes if it's something obscure before you build your entire shop around it. Now, planners, calendars, journals, things like that, people are looking for those. But if it's something that you're not sure sells well on Etsy and you search for it and you don't find it on the site, then definitely try to validate your idea before building an entire shop around it. Okay. Also, people think if they see a lot of items in their category that is just too much competition, but it just means that there's a demand for it. If they're making sales, that means people are actually buying those. So don't look at it necessarily as a negative. The next thing is you want to make sure you set up your shop. And I checked, let me see. I did look to see if they had set it up. And it looks like they've set up their shop completely. They've got FAQs. So if anyone's looking at the shop and they have reservations about purchasing because of a question, they address it in the FAQs. They have their shop policies set up. Let me see, you can learn more about the item, a lot of details about the item. So, don't skip over details like this when you're uploading your listing. I know it can be tedious if you've got to create mock-ups for your products and write a title and your tags and description and, put your images up there. It can be time consuming, but it'll pay off if you complete the listing. So make sure that your shop policies are set up, that your, descriptions are where they need to be, and that your shop is set up completely. Even for each listing, you want to make sure that you even complete the attributes for each product that you're putting out there. Don't skip steps and just try to complete everything, complete the listing. Okay, another thing you can do is ask for reviews. So if you're just starting out, and this shop has 11,000 reviews, which is helping to catapult them to the first page. And if you're just starting out and you don't have any reviews, ask family, ask your friends to take a look at your shop. If they see something interesting, maybe ask them to try it out, make a purchase, and give you some honest feedback on the site. Now, of course, you cannot say, I'll give you a product in exchange for a positive review, but you can just ask them to give you some honest feedback. And and that'll help you. If you can just get 5, 6, 7, 5 to 10 reviews on your products, that will help. So if you're not getting reviews, then, ask for them from family and friends until you get a few sales under your belt. Okay. Another thing you can do, and I believe this shop did that as well. They referred to other products in the shop in their listing. And I would suggest you do that. So if you have, let's see. So this is a soft cover version of our hardcover craft planners. And then there's the hyperlink to the other product. If you have related products that kind of go hand in hand with each other, I would suggest you do the same. Refer to it in a description and say, look, this will go great with that. And then put a link, and then they can be taken to your other products. So I would definitely suggest doing that if the two things are related. Okay, that can help get more visibility on other products that they may not have seen. Yeah, so I would definitely link to other products in your shop. And then when I look at this banner, this just goes back to the shop setup. When you're setting up your shop, you know, you can go on Canva and create a banner just like this. That'll make your shop just look more professional. Make sure that when you do create the banner, it gives someone an idea of what it is you're selling. And this one makes it clear, right, that they're selling paper goods and printables and maybe not printables, maybe stationery invitations, books, journals, but they all seem to be paper goods. So they did a good job of that. They even have their own logo, which just makes the whole thing come together. It looks very professional. Okay, so the last tip I have is to run promotions, not necessarily sales if you don't want to run a sale, but you can run a promotion so that, you know, anyone who, I want to click on an ad, anyone who clicks on your, whoever follows you or favorites your item, maybe they can get 10% off of a sale. So that's a nice surprise. If someone comes to your shop, they favorite an item, then they get an email saying, hey, here's a promo code, you know, come back to my shop and make a purchase. That's a great way to get people to come back to your shop. And if they thought your prices were too high, that may be the thing to kind of push them over the top to come back and make a purchase. All right. So those are just some tips that I have. If you are new or if you're just not making any sales, take a look at your shop and your listings to see if you can tweak it with any of these tips, and hopefully that'll help you get more traffic and more sales. All right, so please, if you like the video, if you got any value from it at all, please like it and subscribe to the channel so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video just like this. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your support, and until next time, peace.